I was the kid. I was writing games when I was, 12, whatever. And the other kids in the block would say, I'm going to play quarterback for the Cowboys. And I'd be like, I'm going to make video games, and everyone's going to play them. Like, you dork. Go back to the chess club. Who's laughing now? Yes, I was in the chess club.
Yesterday, my Fallout 4 mod preset came out. In the excitement, I decided to turn on my copy of Fallout 4 to do a showcase for it. A really quick one. I assumed I'd be done in 30 minutes to an hour, at least recording it. Much to my dismay, I found that my looks menu needed to be updated again. Because good old Bethesda had to update Fallout 4. Because that's what we need in the world. We need more Creation Club mods, and we need more updates from Bethesda. Bethesda has proven time and time again they couldn't patch a fucking game if the entire human race's life depended on it. If some alien species came here and for some ungodly reason they liked the Fallout game but needed a patch, and they said we're gonna destroy the planet unless Bethesda and Todd Howard come up with a patch that fixes these goddamn bugs. And then Todd Howard would wink twice, spin around, wiggle his nose, and tickle his ears, and say, we're on it. Long story short, you know how the story ends. Earth is destroyed and Will Smith can't fucking save us. Point being, fuck these goddamn updates. Every time Bethesda updates, man, you have to then go through all of your Fallout mods. And unfortunately for me and many others, we have so many goddamn mods it isn't funny. It's a balancing act of epic proportions. You are trying to make this dated engine work with assets it wasn't meant to have. The game itself is like, mother of God, all of these textures in a rock. What is wrong with you? How come you're not happy with these muddy textures we have provided for you? Rocks aren't supposed to look like rocks. They're supposed to look like oatmeal cookies. And then it just crashes to all shit. So I spent 8 to 10 hours fixing my copy of Fallout 4. I then had a very angry, vitriolic tweet that I posted on Twitter because I can. It's my Twitter. I will post angry, vitriolic things till the day they ban me. And I will then create another account just to be banned again. And it led me to the conclusion. The fucking Creation Club should be optional. We should have the option to opt into this shit. It shouldn't be mandatory. But they're forcing it down your throat in hopes you're stupid enough to like some fucking recolored texture mod that they did for a set of armor. Whoopee, Hot Rod Red. Let me give you $8, Pete Hines. You deserve it for Hot Rod Red with a racing stripe. This is the more calmed down version. The last one I did was so violent and angry I knew I couldn't post it. People would have me arrested for the things I said. While also going through my Fallout mod list, I found a lot of my favorite mods were gone. I noticed that Nero has taken down almost all of his mods that he did in conjunction with the adult illustrator, The Kite. Surprisingly, this is a move that Nero himself said was to clean up his act, which would only lead me to believe that this is a move to get into the Creation Club in hopes of becoming a developer. And honestly, to all the modders who are working with the Creation Club and getting treated specially, remember, you're hired help. Don't think this is going to lead to anything. I mean, really, don't. Why on earth would Bethesda hire you when they can get you, they get the milk for free? Essentially, Bethesda gives you your pittance. Here you go, here are your nickels and dimes. And then Pete Hines shoos you out of the office. You get the hell out! You pump out a decent little mod. They own the rights to it forevermore. It's Chansancionados. I've been taking the Rosetta Stone to learn Spanish, and they continuously make money off of it. Meanwhile, you get the joy of knowing you've got that feel of being a fucking developer. Fantastic. In an industry and a medium that every day goes further and further away from creativity, love, and just new ideas and more into microtransactions, battle royale, microtransactions, games as service. Here's our next game. Don't worry, in 2 or 3 more years, it'll be done a la Ubisoft, hashtag No Man's Sky. Gundam, you are playing Star Citizen, you can't talk. I'm under no delusion Star Citizen is ever coming out, so don't come for me, bitch. I don't care about Star Citizen. I play it every now and then, whoopee, la 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 la, and then I forget it exists until a new patch comes out. Robinson Space Industries needs help. They need someone to go over there and strangle the shit out of Robinson himself, slap him a few times and go, listen, we need a deadline. Will you stop adding new shit? You keep adding new shit, you'll never be done. Add the new shit after it comes out like every other AAA developer. Honestly. Working with the Creation Club, I feel like modders that support the Creation Club and shill it, to me it feels like this is what you're doing. I'm going to put it in terms everyone can understand. Essentially, Bethesda's that hot girl at your college. You help her in the programming class, and she passes. And you keep doing her homework for her and guiding her through something she doesn't really care that much about, but she's getting all the credit for. And you're sitting there going, one day she's gonna choose me. One day Becky's really gonna like me, and we'll get married, and everything will be great. Becky's never gonna like you because you're what the kids call a cuck or a beta male. You are a beta developer to Bethesda. They take your little ideas, they rub your back, they tell you it's great, they give you a little bit of money, a few shillings and a few nickels and dimes. They get all the credit, all the money, all the praise, and you get to, I don't know, get a like from them on occasion on fucking Twitter.
Hateful.
And I know that's hateful, and some people probably dislike it because that probably hit too close to home. There's probably a guy right now who just heard that and said, he doesn't know my life, fuck Gundam. Which one of these fucking pieces of shit is it? Now, I was going to ignore this, but in the mode of anger, why the hell not? So anyway, Fallout 76, Bethesda gives clarification regarding player selection for the beta. That's right, everybody's favorite dude who tells you half-truths, Mr. Pete Hines is back again. Pete Hines' greatest hit was, these aren't paid mods, these are mini DLCs. Well, you just now found out that you got a new mini beta coming. It's not the full beta, it's a mini beta. And only certain people are going to get in. What a fucking shocker. And people understandably upset about this. Do you know why? Because the only way to get into this fucking stupid ass beta is you have to pre-order Fallout 76. Now, I want you to understand, this pre-order version of Fallout 76 is $140 minimum. You have to buy this stupid ass fake power armor helmet for around 140 bucks. Then you get in on the beta. Lottie friggin' fucking die. You get a plastic helmet probably made by a small Asian child, and it probably costs Bethesda all of 50 cents in materials, because Lord knows China is cheap. And they also give you a glow-in-the-dark map, and you get a beta. So after you spent, way too much money on a fucking game that we all know is just basically Fallout 4 online with less shit, there has been a lot of confusing regarding public beta for Bethesda's upcoming Fallout 4 76. Initially, it was announced that all of the people who pre-ordered the game will get in on the beta. But recent updates by Bethesda have left everyone a little confused. Papa Pete Hines has basically jerked you off. Basically, Pete Hines ran out to Twitter to assure everyone that they were going to get in on the beta start to finish, and the random selections is meant only for the stuff the developer might end up doing before the full beta is launched. So this isn't the full beta, this is a mini beta. You scrub lords, all of you will get in on the full beta later, but the mini beta is for us to work out some more bugs. And you know what this is? It's not really a beta, it's early access. You've paid for early access. I guarantee you whatever the fuck you see in the beta is the same shit you'll probably see in the goddamn game. And the same bugs. We all know it. They're only just gonna try and clean up the bugs that are game breaking. Aloysius, even though I probably said that wrong, Alois, who cares, it doesn't matter. Kind of feel like Bethesda Game Studios hashtag and Todd Howard just dug that hole they didn't want to. People are not liking this. Selected players get into the beta stuff that's starting a month before the release. They're just asking for crazy legal action at the moment. I'm so worried. Pete Hines says, everyone gets into the full beta for their platform start to finish. Sorry, I got Puerto Rican there. Where in their promos did they say that everyone will get in at the same time? Pete Hines just said, I just confirmed it for you. That was always our assumption. Apparently it wasn't everyone's, so I'm making sure people are clear. For God's sakes, who is telling the truth? You or Todd? Don't do that. It's bad marketing. First, Todd says not everyone will have access to the start. Now you say this? Sigh. If you're in the beta, you're in the beta. If we do things before the beta, you could get randomly selected to help with that too. But nobody gets shortchanged on access to the beta. I have confirmed with him what I just said is accurate. Please remember that Todd Howard doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about half the time. Todd Howard goes out there, the little munchkin, as I like to call him, a manlet. He walks around like a rooster strutting. He then says the most outlandish shit every time Bethesda has a goddamn conference. All of this stuff just works. You get the game. It does anything but work.
And it all starts with an obsession to detail. Our artists concept every button, every blinky light, not just on one terminal, on all of them. Because it's our belief that it's all of these small details coming together that form a much, much larger whole.
Todd Howard comes out. He says, none of these NPCs are scripted. I'm sorry. That one kills me every time. You see that mountain? You can climb it. Comes out to E3 2018. Shows a trailer. They haven't even started production of the game. I'm in tears. I'm sorry. You see, now that I'm awake to all the bullshit, it's funny to me. But back in the day, I would have been sitting there going, Todd Howard's a hero. Okay. All right. I'm serious now.
2 days later.
Help me out here, Billy. Get me through the day. Flash. Flash for fantasy.